Morning, guys. Working on my Corvette. Driver's side door window wouldn't go down. So I suspect with 70,000 miles on it that the motor was still good. So I took door panel off. There's the vapor barrier and all the wiring and stuff. So you guys can see inside here, everything looks fine for the age of the car. I think the worst part of the whole deal was getting these little rods off up in here that go to the, your door locks and your door handle and stuff. And that one in the back there, that yellow one, I don't know, let me see if I can get y'all to see that one back there in the back where it's not in the hole. It was that way already. It was like that. And the door handle's working good, but I'm going to see if I can get it back in there where it's supposed to be. Somebody's been in here before, looks like. Anyhow, so my door wouldn't work. I checked everything out, have power to my switch, have power going to my motor. So I figured since I'm a ripper aparter that I was going to get down in here. Right there's the motor. You can see the little motor right there. It's got 3 little 4mm bolts that holds that cover on. So I took the 3 little 4mm bolts out, pulled the cover off the motor. Looks brand new inside there. It looks brand new. So what I did was I pulled the cover off, cleaned it out, put a little grease on the end of the armature where the bearing is in the end of it, and took a clean rag, and it was just stuck. I spun the armature. I think the regulator itself right here, the thing with the gear in it there, just from being sitting for so many years in the up position, and I couldn't get the window out, so I was like, man, I'm going to fiddle with this thing and see if I can get it running so I can get the window down far enough to get all the bolts and, all that stuff out. And so I pulled the cover off the motor and reached in there with a clean rag, grabbed hold of the armature. I sprayed it with a little bit of this electrical cleaner here, pretty good. Let it sit for a little bit. And it was stuck. The armature was stuck. So I got it spinning, and I kept spinning it, sprayed a little more on it, and I got it where it started coming down. So at that point, I'm like, well, you know what? That motor looks brand new. I'm going to hook my battery up and put a couple of bolts in it, not all 3 of them, because I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. Let me get my switch turned on. And put 2 bolts in it, tighten them up, and check it out. Works like a champ. Get you some of that. So before y'all go spending $200 on a regulator, you might want to pop the top of that motor off, man, and check it out. A little bit of moisture could get in there. It don't take much. You get between the armature and the brushes to keep these things from running. And so it sounds good. It's moving up and down like a big dog. So, but while I got it apart, you guys can see the weather stripping is roached. I don't know how I'm going to get these bolts out. You'd think they'd use stainless steel screws in these, but, that might cost an extra penny. Wouldn't want to do that. And then out here, this outside stripping is roached. So while I got the door panel and stuff off, I'm going to go ahead and replace all that. And here's the worst one. Let me show you all the worst one right here, man. I don't know how I'm going to get this bad boy out. It's going to be a beast. Right there, that little dude right there is going to be concentrated evil, but I think I can get it out of there. Got that one out. So anywho, and right here y'all can see this little hole in here. This is where the speakers were in the earlier model cars. So what I did was I took my little Dremel and cut that out. It's just a little piece of fiberglass. So I cut that out so I could get access to that motor without seeing if I could. Really, I just tried to tap on the motor. A lot of people say you can tap on them and get them running, but that wasn't working for me. So anyhow, I'll epoxy that back in there maybe. I don't know. I might put some flashing on it. I might put a speaker in there. Hell if I know. And anyway, it's working, man. It's working. I'm telling you, it sounds good, and the motor looked fantastic inside. So there's the accessory panel there. Wasn't that bad. I mean, like I say, the worst part's getting these rods hooked up in here and getting your clips and stuff off without breaking them, because the plastic is ancient, and You know, you got to be real careful with them. But anyhow, I thought I'd throw that out there. You know, some of you do-it-yourselfers might want to save yourself $200 and, you know, try this out. And it's kind of a booger getting to them screws down there. This is what I used right here. Let's see, where's my tip? Oh, damn tip come out of it. It might be down in the door, I don't know. Might be laying down in there. See, I'm going to clean this out too while I'm at it. See all the garbage down in there? I'm going to vacuum that out too while I'm at it. I don't know where the tip went. Anyway, this is what I used right here, and it had a 4mm tip in it. So it's laying here somewhere amongst my garbage. But anyway, alright, well, I figure I'll throw that out there. Alright.